I went to Walmart today, and while I was there, I ran into something that I did not expect. Actually, who am I kidding? They're putting out holiday stuff earlier and earlier every year. So, along with the Halloween items, we already have some Christmas stuff. And what I like to do is go early to the Christmas section at Walmart because every year for the past couple years, they've got a lot of the Funko Pop ornaments made by Hallmark. I own every single one of them, so I did not want to miss out on any of the ones that released this year. And well, when I went over to the section, they had the entire thing completely stocked. What I was planning on filming was a short showing you guys all of the stuff that I got, but then I was like, you know what, there's too many of them here, and it was kind of expensive to get every single one of them, so I thought just for fun, let's do a sit-down video and take a look at all of the ones that I picked up. And I guess we'll just start with who's on top here, and I'm not going to be taking them out of the box today, because we of course will be doing a video where I decorate my tree closer to Christmas, but anyways, we have Wednesday Addams here, which is really nice. If you don't know, a little while ago, they actually made one that's like, you know, the one where you press the button and then it plays music as well. It's kind of like for their Halloween tree, and I've noticed that Hallmark's been doing that this year, and I don't know if they've done it for like the last couple years or something, but they've been putting out spooky ornaments, that way you can make like a black tree specifically for, well, of course, Halloween. And so I thought that was a really neat one because it definitely could go on your Halloween tree. And then I also have this one here, which is the Agatha Harkness, and with the show being out now, this one could probably also go on a Halloween tree. It's some pretty cool stuff, and I definitely enjoy both of these. And then everybody, next up here, we have one from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and I think the only one that we've ever got from this, besides this one here, would be the larger one, similar to the Wednesday that I was talking about, but it was the Cousin Eddie in his van, or like the RV. Definitely a cool one that I think I ended up picking up last year, because that's when they started doing these kind of like larger, a little bit more detailed ornaments, and I enjoy those a lot. Because don't get me wrong, these ones here are cool, but they're kind of the same as like a regular Funko Pop that I would pick up, where it's just like, you know, the same, just in that kind of like Hallmark style, where it's like made of, I don't even know what these things are made of. Is it like ceramic or something? Like they're a lot more breakable than that usual figure. And anyways, continuing on to the next one here, we have one from Guardians of the Galaxy. And now this here is something new that they've done this year, where they've taken a lot of the 2-packs that they did in past years and separated out the larger character to be separate. I realize that I said separated and separate. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. I believe this one came with a potted Groot, or like a little kind of like version of Groot that was next to this rocket here, because I believe it's the exact same mold, maybe even the exact same colors. And it's not just that one. There was also a Chewbacca that they had that my mom ended up picking up, and then we also have this one here, the Moana, and I believe this is the exact one that came with Pua. And if you're wondering, the Chewbacca came with an Ewok. I didn't want to get a Chewbacca for myself, though, because I'm like, you know what, I'll pick up these two here, because I didn't remember if they were like the exact same molds. I was like, okay, we'll go for them, but I feel like if they're going to be doing that more, I'm not going to be getting both versions. Like, I still have every single one of the ornaments, it's just not separate from the mini one, and it's like having two of the exact same character. It's not worth it. It's way too much money if I try to do everything, including those. And now, funny enough, though, speaking about Guardians of the Galaxy, they did also make a new Groot this year, so instead of it being the potted one, we actually have that gamer Groot, where he's like a teenager, I guess. He's a little bit older, and I like it a lot because he's got the headphones on, but he also has that joystick with the big red button on top. Some really great stuff. And let me continue to slide over here so that we can just fill up this table as I show you these. And next up here, oh yeah, this one's great. This one's the Nightmare Before Christmas Santa jacket. Again, this is one that I don't think they've ever done before. The mouth is something that I did not remember, and it looks a little bit weird to me, where it's like just printed on. So I have a feeling I don't have one like this. I don't think so. Then everybody, I've got one that I definitely know is new. It's from House of the Dragon. We've got Cyrax here. Look at how neat this dragon is. I do actually have the original sized character too. Like, you know, the one that comes in the boxes here, the regular ones, not the ornaments. And I think I picked that one up like probably like right when they first came out, just because I love the dragon pops, and this is definitely one that I needed for the collection. Oh, and if you're wondering, no, I've never seen House of the Dragon. I probably should watch it, but I've just never watched any Game of Thrones in general. It's just something that I've never really got into, but I do definitely love a couple of the pops. Especially that 3-pack that released years ago. I believe it was over at Emerald City Comic-Con. It was all 3 of the dragons like hatching out of eggs. It's a really nice set. And then everybody, I was also able to get this one here, the Bo-Katan, which is another one that I like a lot. I just wish that it had the shield in her hand, but I wonder if that would be like weird to do. Like they can't do like a clear bit with an ornament, because I remember, where is it? I was thinking about him a second ago, of course, Clark Griswold, he doesn't have a translucent moose mug. They had to make it blue. So maybe there's something odd going on there. I don't really know. Ooh, I almost dropped him. But either way, this is the pile that we've got going here. Like I said, there's a lot, and I still have more coming. And anyways, the next one that we've got here is Wolverine from the X-Men. There was a Deadpool one too, but I'm pretty sure it was the Deadpool that I picked up last year. So it's almost like they were just like continuing the set of the Wolverine and Deadpool and X-Men stuff in general, because the Deadpool was him like laying down, and I definitely remember getting that one. And now this next one here, oh, but you know what, now that I think about it, speaking of translucent pieces, this one has one. The emerald in Sonic's hand is definitely see-through. So yeah, maybe, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, maybe I'm just completely wrong about the moose mug, but either way, I am glad that they made that emerald, you know, a little bit see-through, because it makes it look so much nicer. And then everybody, the last single character that I got, then we'll get into the 2-packs that I picked up, was this one here, Stranger Things Eddie Munson. And I've been talking about Stranger Things for a while. It's not focusing. There we go. I've been talking about Stranger Things for a while because Season 5 is supposed to be coming out at some point, and do we even know the date? I know that have they wrapped up on filming, or like they close to wrapping up, or like are we ever going to be getting this? I just want to watch it. Okay, enough rambling about Stranger Things. This is every single one of the regular ornaments that I picked up, and I really do love all of them and how they look together. And I'm probably going to have to get a bigger tree this year, because I was really cutting it close with what I did last year, and with this many more to go on it, it's going to be a problem. Okay, now let's get into the 2-packs that we've got here, and I have 4 new ones for the collection, which is great. And the first one that I've got on top here, and I guess this could also work for another one of like those Halloween trees that I was talking about earlier, but we have the Dr. Peter Venkman and Slimer. Honestly, a really fun 2-pack, because they made the Slimer a little bit bigger than those regular kind of like shrunk down characters that they usually put on the side. And with this here, oh, you know what? He's also kind of translucent. So I don't know what they did with that moose mug there. Maybe it was just like too small to make it translucent, but then again, that emerald on Sonic was just so small. There's something weird going on with that Clark Griswold. But again, like I said, this is a really fun one. I'm so glad that I was able to get it, and I wish that they kind of did these 2-packs for the regular characters a little bit more, because I love to have those kind of like duos together. It really does look nice. Now everybody, let's get into this next one here, which is the Buddy the Elf and Papa Elf, and I love this 2-pack, especially because, you know, Bob Newhart did pass away a little while ago. What was that? Was it last year? I think it was, or maybe even earlier this year. It's sad that I can't remember when it was, but either way, I think it is so cool that we've got another one of him as a pop, and it really does look great. And I'm noticing here, I'm pointing it out again, the glasses on him, which would normally be translucent, I don't think they are. Or maybe they're just painted on. Like, do you guys see what I'm talking about? They look a little funny there. Whatever's going on. But then, of course, taking a look at Buddy, I love that they gave him the Jack-in-the-Box, and now he's testing them out, just like the actual full-size figure. It's just that little bit of extra detail that I really enjoy. Alrighty, now sliding these guys over, let's get into this next one here, which is a really great set. And we haven't got a Salacious B. Crumb in a while, but this is the Jabba the Hutt and Salacious B. Crumb. And these two together are definitely a nice bundle. And I was trying to remember when this Salacious B. Crumb was from, and I remember that there were 2 different times that we've got him as a pop. There was a newer one that was Jabba and Salacious B. Crumb, just the 2 of them together in like this larger pack. But then also, years before that, we got a Jabba the Hutt, Salacious B. Crumb, and Slave Leia 3-pack. And I was thinking that this is probably what it's from, because he's sitting on this little like, kind of like pillow, or like a little just kind of like thing to kind of keep him sitting up. And I think he's also like that in the movie too, probably for the puppeteer underneath, if I were to guess. Which is kind of funny, because they include it in a lot of the toys and different things that they've made of Salacious B. Crumb. And it's probably also a great way for Funko to be like, well, now he stands up pretty easy. Look, I don't know what I'm trying to get at here, but either way, I like when they make Salacious B. Crumb stuff, because you don't get too much of him really ever now, because he's from so long ago. Like, he's not a main character like Luke Skywalker or Han Solo, so they're not going back and like recreating Salacious B. Crumb all the time, so to have him in this ornament, it's a lot of fun. And anyways, everybody, getting into this last one that we have here, it is actually Harry Potter and Dobby as a 2-pack, which is pretty fun. I remember there was another 2-pack of Harry Potter, but it came with Hedwig, and I believe it was him in his like jacket with the scarf on, but this one here, it's actually like the Quidditch version of him, where he has that broken arm. It's kind of gross. And then for Dobby, he's got something in his hand, and at first I thought it was a sock, but maybe it's a cookie? I don't actually remember. If somebody knows, knows? Please pop it in the comments. Well, anyways, I'm getting off topic. This here is all of the 2-packs that we have for this year, and there might be more of them coming. I would have to look into it a little bit, like maybe my Walmart didn't get every single one of them. And also, something else that I noticed is that these ones don't actually have like gold variants for chases this year. Or at least if they do, my Walmart had 0 of them. And I even took a picture to check, like I put it above the shelf just to make sure I didn't see any, because it usually says in like the corner up here, like limited edition, then whatever year it is, so 2024. But from what I could tell, there was none. And so I will definitely be doing some digging before I start to set up my tree, probably in like, you know, late November, early December, sometime around then. Before I do any of that though, we've got to worry about Halloween and the amount of cool videos that I want to make for you guys about that, because there is definitely going to be stuff coming. I want to try to do a snack video this year as well as a pumpkin carving one. I think those would be really fun. And there is also, of course, New York Comic Con coming up this month, which I'm definitely excited about. And there's going to be some crazy videos coming from there, so stay tuned. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you tomorrow.